Jonathan Sacks, Morality, Why We Need It and How to Find It. Dive into the world of morality with Jonathan Sacks' eye-opening book, Morality, Why We Need It and How to Find It. This book addresses the growing individualism in our society and how it has led to a crisis of loneliness, disconnection, and suffering. Explore how the shift to a more self-centered mindset has influenced various aspects of life, from our relationships to our social cohesion. Discover the counterbalance of morality's unselfing process that holds the key to restoring a sense of shared meaning and collective values, which are so essential for a thriving, stable society.
The power of the collective. The focus on individuality has caused widespread isolation and loneliness, but the coordination of many is key in creating something as grand as a symphony. The idea that we must focus on ourselves to fix our problems has only increased this disconnection with society. Instead, by stepping outside ourselves and reflecting on how others perceive our actions, we can value the collective, us, over the individual, I, and live a more fulfilling life. The dark side of social media. The widespread use of social media has redefined what we consider a meaningful relationship. While we may have hundreds or even thousands of Facebook friends, studies show that the average person only has 5 true friends they can rely on in an emergency. The problem with social media is that it encourages superficial interactions that revolve around self-promotion and validation instead of meaningful human connections. Moreover, it has created a generation that spends more time on the screen than interacting face-to-face, leading to weaker social bonds and a decline in empathy. The decline of traditional family structures, such as marriage, has further contributed to this shift. In short, social media has changed the way we interact with each other and our ability to think selflessly. The importance of moral conscience. Our current economic system is built on individualism, which has yielded great success. However, this success only works when tempered by moral conscience. Unrestrained self-interest can erode trust and cooperation needed for a functioning society, as seen in the 2008 financial crisis. As a culture, we now equate happiness with pleasure rather than doing good, leading to short-term satisfaction seeking. Personal mindfulness can help us avoid this trap and pursue moral happiness. Shared moral code. In this book, Rabbi Jonathan Sacks argues that the key to a stable and harmonious society is a shared moral code. He posits that the rise of identity politics and the increased expectations from the government to provide for society have led to social turmoil. Sacks suggests that a return to traditional values and the teachings of religion could help address these issues. By emphasizing the importance of shared values and traditions, individuals can find solace in a community rather than in the ever-changing government or populist movements. The importance of truth in a postmodern world. In the book, the author explores the fundamental need for truth in modern society. Using examples from history and current events, the author argues that the rise of postmodernist philosophy has eroded our collective understanding of truth and created a dangerous environment for a moral community. Through examining the role of universities and the importance of healthy debate, the author suggests that seeking truth can sometimes be uncomfortable, but is ultimately necessary for society to function. Drawing from Jewish teachings, the author proposes a model of argument for the sake of heaven that encourages respectful dialogue in the pursuit of truth. Building a moral future. Yisrael Kristol's journey after the Holocaust exemplifies that to build a moral society, it's crucial to look towards the future rather than dwelling on the past. Public shaming, although appealing, is not a sustainable form of justice, and forgiveness is key to breaking the cycle of pain. Maintaining civility and respect in interactions is vital for constructing a moral future that includes everyone. The basis of human dignity. The earth was once believed to be the center of the universe, and humans were deemed the masterful creation of God. But thanks to scientific advancements, we now know that the earth is just another planet, and humans are just another animal. Although empirical frameworks like evolution, psychoanalytic theories, and Marxism describe the world in deterministic terms, they leave out an important aspect of the human experience: free will. Humans are unique because they are conscious agents with the freedom to make decisions and create meaning, which is the basis of human dignity. This freedom comes with responsibility, as we must decide whether to create individual or shared meanings. Creating shared meanings enables us to build a shared moral code and create communities based on trust, cooperation, and mutual respect. The importance of committing to a moral code. Humanity's diversity results in various moral codes. Committing to one is crucial, and can be aided by religion or similar communities. The concept of thick and thin moral codes helps to distinguish between globally acceptable and culturally specific rules that make up moral codes. The communal nature of religion helps to spread moral codes across communities, and its decline in the West poses a challenge for the future of moral codes. Acts of kindness. September 11, 2001, was a day that changed the world, but for Gander, Newfoundland, it was a moment that showcased humanity's innate goodness. With over 7,000 stranded travelers, the town came together to provide housing, food, and compassion, proving that small acts of kindness can make a considerable difference. In a time where the world seems defined by fear, anger, and isolation, establishing a covenant with one another is essential to revitalizing our society's morals. Rabbi Sachs encourages individuals, businesses, and communities to shift from a self-interested focus to one of cooperation and to take responsibility for one another's well-being. It may seem like a daunting task, but it can be accomplished one act of kindness at a time.
In Immorality, Why We Need It and How to Find It, Jonathan Sachs presents a compelling case for reinvigorating society's moral code through mutual responsibility and cooperation. He emphasizes that it's crucial to focus on how our actions impact others and to create shared meanings and moral codes that bind us together. By working together, fostering empathy, and upholding our shared values, we can transition from the isolation of individualism to a healthier, more resilient, and inclusive society. In the end, it is our ability to make choices and create meaning that ultimately defines and distinguishes humanity. And it is through embracing the politics of covenant that we can hope to build a stronger moral future.